before getting into this, I'm going to give my take on the Virginia School Board banning 21 books. I saw this yesterday in English. I was just looking at Handmaid's Tale on like Twitter, and this was one of the things that popped up. So this is an article from Newsweek. Virginia's Madison County School Board has removed 21 books from school libraries, citing adult content, including famous works by Stephen King and Margaret Atwood. It comes after the state's Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin in April signed into law a requirement for schools to warn parents in advance if sexually explicit reading material is to be used in the classroom. Schools were told to adopt new standards in line with the legislation by the new year. However, the Virginia Department of Education isn't actively monitoring compliance. Madison County School Board's new policy, dubbed IIAD, I think that is, sexually explicit content in MCPS, which I think is Madison County Public School Library Materials, goes further than this, removing books from public school libraries for the sexual content the school board deems it fit. Books can be reported to them by parents and taxpayers, the policy document shows. It mandates any description that falls foul of Virginia's definition of sexually explicit content, depicting sexual. I'm going to assume this is a typo. Bestiality. I don't know if that's supposed to be bestiality or if bestiality is a word. I don't know. A lewd exhibition of nudity, sexual excitement, sexual conduct, or sadomasochistic abuse. Coprophilia, whatever that means, urophilia, whatever that means, or fetishism can be considered for a ban. On January 12th, the school board voted to remove nearly 24 titles in the Madison County High School Library Meeting Minutes show. Those included The Handmaid's Tale by Atwood, a dystopian modern classic. It is not a modern book. It released 38 years ago. We're living in Handmaid's Tale now because of all this. Nope. We're not living in Handmaid's Tale. And classic, no, it's a shit book. I admit it. I know you just think, oh, you only hate it because you hate feminism. I expected to hate it because I hate feminism, but no, I actually just hate it because it's a very fucking boring book. Either it's boring, or I just don't understand it. Like, and by don't understand it, what I mean is the language. It was like Scarlet Letter last year. Anyway, in which certain women are forced to have children for a ruling class, and several King novels, It, Bag of Bones, and 11/22/63. I have not read 11/22/63, but I have seen the show that the book was based on. And based on that, I'd say that book is fine. Like, there's no reason to ban it. With The Handmaid's Tale, I get that, and I'll give my opinions on it later. Anyway, so here's a tweet from Stephen King. Hey kids, it's your old buddy Steve King telling you that if they ban a book in your school, haul your ass to the nearest bookstore or library ASAP and find out what they don't want you to read. He tweeted that Wednesday, post that was subsequently retweeted by Atwood. I'm not sure Stephen understands how creepy this is, considering the materials that are being restricted are openly pornographic. Nick Frida's district representative in the Virginia State Legislature responded. Also on their list were Tar Baby, The Bluest Eye, Sola, and Love by Tom Morrison. Never heard of any of those. The Tale of a Body Thief, An Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. And the coming-of-age novel, The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, which addresses the psychological damage of child sexual abuse. Others to be axed from bookshelves are The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie, Snow Falling on Cedars by David Gutterson, Fury Born by Clara Legrand, and Fantasy Fiction Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. All 6 books in the Shatter Me series by Tara Maffey were also removed. Several of the books removed from public schools have featured on American Library Association's 10 most challenged books in the US across several years. The Madison County School Board's policy was brought in by member Christopher Wingate. It's about trying to protect children, he told local news site the Madison County Eagle. There are other books I'm not crazy about, but these meet the definition. If made into a movie, they would be NC-17 or R. So let me go to a page here. So this is a guy called Stephen Davis. I found him from just scrolling through Reels, and it was a video of a guy typing up Big Black, and then the guy looks up at Stephen. He's like, "What are you looking at?" And then he looks back at the computer, and it says Big Black Friday deals. And I was like, "Oh, okay, pretty funny." Oh, this guy is political. And there was something. Whoops. And for the love. There was something he posted. Watching a couple of things, like, okay, yeah, I agree with this guy. Then there was something. I don't remember what it is, but I remember thinking, actually, no, this guy sucks. Go fuck yourself. So he has a poster. I only turned the volume down because I think he's put copyright music over it. Here it is. Yeah, so here's Stephen's tweet. So Stephen has reposted it saying Stephen King wants our children corrupted. Stephen King tells our kids to seek after books deemed unfit for them to read due to suggestively disgusting themes and content. Nothing like more leftist elitists advocating for the corruption of children. But hey, grim are gonna grim, am I right? Well, Stephen, depends. Because I have a feeling that Stephen is the kind of person that would just like to ban books in general. I don't mean ban all books. What I mean is that if it's potentially something in it that's not good, just ban it in general. I disagree with that. I don't think we should ban anything like that. Any book, like no context like that. But instead, I don't know whether or not I support this because they're banning it because they want to protect children. So, as I said earlier, there wasn't really anything inappropriate in the 11/23/63 show, but let's assume the book does have very inappropriate content, like sexual stuff. Then I'd be fine with the school board banning it. Okay, school is a very important word there because that means that it's only children being banned from reading it. It doesn't mean everyone in Madison County is banned from reading it. This isn't much of an argument about all. Look up what the population of Madison County is. 21,000 as of 2021. So, if it's banned for all 21,000 people, then I would disagree with it. But it's because it's only for, and well, I think instead of just outright banning it, it should be age restricted. So, like, I don't think a 13-year-old should be reading The Handmaid's Tale. Although, if a 13-year-old were to try to read The Handmaid's Tale, they wouldn't understand a single fucking thing that's happening. But you have people like Stephen going, "Oh no, they banned my book. Please read my book," where this alien shapeshifter disguises himself as a clown and kills children. At least I think that's the plot of it. Like, I'm hoping that it's, a ban from, we'll say 13-year-olds reading it. That's fine, no problem with that. Well, mostly no problem with it. But you have other people that are saying, like, the fact that they've banned The Handmaid's Tale proves that we are living in The Handmaid's Tale. Well, no, they haven't banned the book in general. It just means that children can't read it because it's not an appropriate book for children to read. Like, I was reading it a couple days ago, and there was a section in it where the protagonist, like, fantasizes about sexually killing her boyfriend or something. I really don't understand what the fuck is going on in the book. So yeah, children shouldn't be reading it. Anyway, this school on Tuesday, the 24th of January, 2023, I asked the sorry, I'm up like that. I asked the moving image teacher saying that one of my actors might drop out, which that is true. Um, so it's a shame putting a lot of stress on you, but if that happens, I'm sorry, but you're just gonna have to, you know, soon we find someone new and get on with it. So, right. At lunch, the caretaker was doing something on the stairs to the canteen. Usually, like from not ever since Corona, and this was something to do with Corona, but I think it's just that we all forget how it used to be that we just don't do it anymore. But now, when you're going to the canteen, you have to go up the ramp, and then instead of just taking the stairs, you can take the stairs down though. But because he was on the stairs, and I thought, right, no one's going to be allowed in the stairs because that's like the first person to get to the canteen because I do move an image. Um, so I'm going to go around the ramp, but when I went there, I was like, oh shit, there's people here already. And the year 10 had a year who I'm not going to get into the fact he's a massive prick because it's irrelevant. He saw me with food in my hand, which I'll get into why that's more later. So I'll just go down the stairs normally because he's cutting whatever it is off, and I'll let people walk by and So I went down, like, oh, saw, like, you know, people hanging out. What the fuck is that sign? I'm just gonna have to continue. Um, oh, you're a rebel. What do you mean? And Ginger was like, oh yeah, I forgot that one. That one couldn't have possibly been in today's assembly. He was busy at moving image, and I was I hugged him very aggressively. Yes, thank you. Finally, someone has went. Oh, wait, Dylan has, Dylan is not here. He is in a completely different town, city, fucking whatever. While assembly is on, so we could not possibly have known that the rules have changed. So I'm not gonna be angry at him for breaking those rules because he didn't know. Only the school was like that because they've not changed it that you are not allowed to eat food that you got from the canteen outside of the canteen. You've brought packed lunch, you can eat anywhere, but if you get food from the canteen, you have to eat it in the canteen. After that, I went down to media teacher and he said that I have another photo due, which I have somewhat of an idea for it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I can. I'll try tomorrow because I'm going to film for Moving Image tomorrow anyway. But I don't know. It's during the 7th. I asked him when we're doing Romeo and Juliet. That's on the 9th. He also asked me how I'm doing King Lear, and I said, well, if it weren't for your notes, I'd be screwed and be like, no, you're smart. You're smart. If you're doing it on your own, you'd be fine. Which isn't true at all. Yeah. In mentoring, spoilers for episode 2 of Last of Us show. I was talking to the mentor about the ending of episode 2. Um, I've been using a substitute word so that I don't give spoilers to people. I put up a spoiler warning there just in case, but uh, I use the word the noodles. That's two words, but you know what I mean. To talk about uh, if you've seen the episode, you know what I'm talking about. At the very end, I told her about that. It's like what are you, female head of year watching? She hadn't decided that she needs a breath of fresh air. So we go into another room, which okay. And while we're there, male head of year pops out and they're talking about and eventually go into Miladiers class, where it seems like all they do in that class is just have a laugh. It's a UPS class, by the way. And I go, someone was apparently asking me that a year, what's the gayest thing he would do for £10,000? Me lady was like, oh, you said tenner. I'm like, well, I didn't say tenner. And the guy that was asking that got the question asked to him. He was like, anything. They then asked me, and at the time, mentor was leaving. It was like, don't ask that. So I mouthed everything. She saw that happen, but she didn't actually see it. She didn't see what I said. She was like, I don't want to know what you said. Then after that, in study for the rest of the day, I kept being disturbed by Dylan, saying, Dylan, who's hotter? He's doing like some quiz on his iPad, or not quiz, but like a poll. Who's hotter? Gal Gadot or Lily Reinhart, Dixie D'Amelio, or Emma Stone, some girl from WWE, or Nina Dobrev. Stuff like that. Okay, I'm so glad I remember this. And I know it's issue. How could I ever forget? Final review. Sorry, end review. God of War Ragnarok. Fantastic game. I love it. In fact, it's based. Let me explain why. Let me explain this because I was going to say this in the middle review, but I forgot. I would say that there's too much comedy in it. Like, the amount of comedy in the last game I think was perfect, but for this it was just too much. But that's just me. Anyway, back to why the game is based. When 4 was always going like, no thinking, just do stuff. That was based because, you know, he's not thinking about, oh, I'm just a puppet. I'm doing what Odin is telling me to do without actually thinking for myself. And that's what got him killed. So, it teaches the moral that you need to think for yourself. That is why the game is based. But other than that, it is a fantastic game, and I can't wait to see what they do next.